Hi, my name is Krista Arvizo. It is August 25th, 2019. This is Module 7 for Diversity class. So, the Watchmark Corporation is a corporation that deals with software that monitors and reports problems with dropped telephone calls. Watchmark was renamed Valiant Corporation and later was taken over by IBM. The company was renamed to incorporate the combination brands and values. The company hoped to incorporate the values of leadership, reliability, and trust in order to strengthen their company. When Watchmark was taken over by IBM, the employees were forced into either training their replacements or forfeiting their severance package. This had to be so demeaning as an employee to have to train the person replacing you. The company chose to outsource due to cost savings. The computer programmers the company is using to replace the previous employees are from India and make 1/6 the amount paid to the US employees at the company. Valiant serves over 300 customers worldwide, and the company operates globally. In 1997, Yvette Farmer, an assistant professor of sociology at the University of Nevada, was awarded $40,000 for the violation of the Equal Pay Act. After an in-depth look into the college, it was found that between the years of 1989 and 1991, there was only 1% of the university's employees that were Black, and 89% were white. In order for the university to fix the racial imbalance between its employees at the university, they had to initiate a program called the Minority Bonus Policy. This was a policy written to allow a department to hire an additional employee following the initial placement of a minority candidate. In 1991, the university announced the need for a sociology teacher. For the hiring process, the university has guidelines in place so that more than one candidate may be interviewed for the position, but at any time this process may be waived. Farmer was one of the 3 candidates for the sociology position. The university chose to waive the process of interviewing more than one candidate and chose to only interview one, by the name of Makobo, who was an African American male immigrant. The university chose to pick this gentleman based on his academic achievement and the shortage of Black males with a PhD. The university offered Makobo above wage for the position to prompt him into accepting the position. Farmer believed she was more qualified for the position. After a closer look, the university believed the two would complement one another. So they made a new position and added Farmer. After Farmer was hired, she discovered that the university started Makobo at $35,000, with a $5,000 increase upon completion of his PhD. When hired, Farmer was offered a starting salary of $31,000 and a $2,000 raise after completion of her PhD. In January of 1993, Farmer filed against the university for violating the Equal Pay Act by paying her unequal wages. After filing against the university, Farmer eventually won the settlement. Personally, I feel that men and women should be paid equally for equal work. Both parties were hired for the same position, and as stated, they both had great qualities and both obtained their PhD while working for the university. The only thing I don't agree with is Makobo was hired prior to Farmer, so he worked for the university longer than Farmer, making him eligible for a pay raise before Farmer. I don't agree that starting off, Farmer should have made $4,000 less just because of her nationality and being a female. The university offered Makobo a huge amount to get him to come to their university and not go anywhere else. The university did this due to the lack of diversity in the university. I feel that the university was wrong in hiring Farmer and paying her less money than they offered Makobo. Basing pay off someone's race and gender is disgraceful. I feel that Farmer was right in filing against the university because what they did was wrong, and she had every right to be making just as much money as Makobo. In today's workplace, it is crucial for employees to demonstrate diversity in the workforce, to employ people with different perspectives, experiences, and insights. Having diversity in the workplace allows for talent and creativity, which can lead to an increased profit for the employer. Canada clearly demonstrates diversity in a way that US has not developed as of yet. Canada is known for its multiculturalism and for being a sanctuary for people with diverse cultural backgrounds. A workplace with multiculturalism is made up of different religions, skin colors, males and females, different sexual orientations, and differing capabilities. Canada adopted the policy of multiculturalism in 1971 when the government took the initiative to make diversity a priority to their country. The multiculturalism policy initiated by the government in Canada stresses the importance of providing services in languages other than English and resulted in an organization hiring minorities for positions utilized with the language they spoke. Both the US and Canada believe diversity is a huge aspect in society. Terminology in the US is different than in Canada. One may refer to someone as African American in the US, and in Canada would refer to that person as African Canadian. One of the biggest differences between the US and Canada is that the US, we have what is known as civil rights. Civil rights is where the US has laws that provide us, the people, with rights. In Canada, they have what is known as human rights. Now, human rights means because you are human, you have rights, and they are not based on any laws. For the source of media, I decided to use greeting cards. So have you ever noticed that when you are looking for a greeting card for a little boy or a little girl, they're all color-coded? I have never really thought about it, but walk down a greeting card aisle and just observe. You walk down the aisle and there's a section of blues, there's a section of pinks and purples. Almost all the envelopes are either blue or pink. There's hardly any other colors. You have to dig to find an envelope that is yellow, orange, red, or even white. All the girl cards I noticed are pink and purple and use words such as diva, sweet, special, loved. All the cards describe the little girls. None of them spoke of their potential. Now for the boys use words like hero, roar, fun, and strong. None of the boy cards described the little boys, but talked about what they could accomplish and be in life. Greeting cards are so heavily gender stereotyped. You can't even go in and pick out a gender neutral card. They're all clearly organized in a manner of pink for girls and blues for boys. It's sad that even greeting cards are portraying what girls and boys should be and what colors define them as a boy and as a girl. Each card is laid out assigning interests and traits to children. But what if we used all words describing both boys and girls and used all colors? Could you imagine? Our world would be so much brighter. To not specify that blue is for boys and girls is for pinks, to be able to walk down a aisle and see multiple colors for girls and multiple colors for boys. Because what if a little boy likes the color purple and a little girl loves the color blue? Why should they have to have a specific card stating that pink is for girl and blue is for boy? We should have a world where you can be anything you want and any color you like, you can be. Instead, we stereotype everything. Cars is for boys, princesses is for girls. But our world is no longer like that. Some girls like blue and trucks, and some little boys like purple and hearts. Who are we to say what they can or cannot like? Just think of the world, how much brighter it would be if we just changed it up and we didn't specify blue for boys and pinks for girls. So much could change with a simple change. Thank you.